some shit like this, you know what I mean? You got me going out like...
Ladies and gentlemen, the XWA Live World Tour rolls on, and tonight we've got ourselves a big one. The XWA National Championship is on the line. And making his way out onto the stage, the man who all but earned this championship opportunity. Easily the biggest match of his young career. This, of course, is the ever charismatic Ricky Ortega, who already has a pinfall victory against the reigning champion, albeit due to some outside interference or influence, if you will, in the part of Xander Xavier Luther. But the record books will show that Ricky Ortega pinned the national champion Union King 1, 2, 3, center of the ring, and that, of course, will instantly warrant you a title opportunity. An opportunity that Ortega wanted here tonight to kick off the 2019 season for the men's division of the Extraordinary Wrestling Association. And that all too familiar string quartet fills this arena that indicates the arrival of the reigning national champion, London's own Union King, of course representing the faction known as World's Finest. Interesting point here. When Veretta Vendetta defeated Kamiko to capture the Pearl Championship, that ended the longest single championship reign in XWA history. Union King here currently enjoys the second longest reign, having held that championship in his right hand for well over a year and a half, getting closer to 2 years in fact, and has overcame such insurmountable odds, despite the fact that there are quite a few people out there, myself included, who believe that maybe he has just been sitting on this championship to extend that title reign without any regular defenses. King, however, believes that only the worthy should be able to grace the presence of him inside of a squared circle. Well, President and CEO Carmella Blackheart had something to say about that, and hence this match takes place tonight. Let's go to ringside for the official introductions.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the XWA National Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 275 pounds, Ricky Ortega. And his opponent, from London, England, weighing in at 17.7 stone, he is the reigning, defending XWA National Champion, Union King.
And what has become another regular occurrence, Union King gazing at the center plate of that national championship. Could he have relinquished that title to the referee for the final time here tonight? We shall soon see as this championship match begins. Both men tying up center of the ring, side headlock applied by King. And Union King would obviously be the superior mat wrestler, the superior technician in this matchup, as he pushes Ortega off Ducks under and delivers a stiff forearm shot right to the forehead of the challenger and goading him on again. Union King has absolutely no respect whatsoever for his opponent. He believes that Ricky Ortega doesn't even deserve to stand in the ring with him, let alone be given this opportunity for the national championship. But I digress. King kind of thinks that about everyone he steps into the ring with. And there we see that signature European. Wait a second. Quick cover here to start things off. This match could end before it even began. But no. Ortega with the shoulder up at 2. And eats a right hand to the face. And Union King once again showing absolutely no respect to his opposition. But there we see a stiff shot to the gut by Ortega. And Ricky Ortega fires back with a clothesline. High impact move coming up. And down goes King off of that power bomb from a deadlift. Well, I said Union King has the technical advantage. Ricky Ortega clearly has the power advantage, outweighing King by about 30 pounds of pure muscle. But let's not take anything away from the athleticism of Ortega. He is not a prototypical big man, even though you would be hard-pressed to disagree with the fact that he's got some serious power to his size. But he's got quickness to go with it as well. And speaking of quickness, Union King off of that counter from a military press. Nicely done. Follows up with a old school scoop slam. After that hard Irish whip into the corner. A hammer throw, if you will. And King following up with a stiff knee. And Ortega finds himself once again in the clutches of Union King, who floats over into a cover and only gets a count of 2 off of that snap suplex. Now Union King, no, it looked like he was trying to follow up with a big move, but eats a couple of stiff shots from Ortega. Beautiful double axe handle there. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. This time the military press slam connects for the challenger from Miami. And Ortega follows up with a beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. And Union King needs to regroup quickly as he gets dumped over and out of the ring with that shoulder check by Ortega. Referee begins his 10 count as both men outside of the ring. Ortega with the short arm clothesline follows up with a stiff elbow. But fighting right back, Union King, shot to the gut, now breaking the face of Ricky Ortega before curb stomping him right to the back of the head. That is a dangerous maneuver right there, to say the least. As the referee's count reaches 7, King rolling Ortega back into the ring, and dropping him head first into the corner apron. The hardest part of the ring, and now Union King up on the top turnbuckle. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Union King in uncharted territory with that moonsault, but only gets a count of 2 off of the pin. But King right back onto the offense. As I was saying before, signature European style. Grounded, technical, wearing down his opponent with holds and submissions. And more importantly, that infamous small limb manipulation that I'm pretty sure you're going to see a whole hell of a lot more of as this match rolls along, using his opponent's fingers to torque and wrench and just cause all kinds of pain and discomfort. But right now, Union King is the one feeling a little bit of discomfort as he got reversed in the corner. And now, Ricky Ortega with some snake eyes dealt to the national champion and a throat thrust, knocking him right back down to the mat. Union King is reeling once again. And now Ortega with King. Oh my goodness. Belly to belly suplex clean over the top. And once again, the national champion finds himself dumped out to the ringside area. And this time, Ortega follows up again with some more power. Another snake eyes, this time off of the edge of the barricade. And the ref counts up to 4 here. Oh! Ricky Ortega introducing the skull of Union King to the edge of those steel steps, and again tossing him right against that hard steel. Unforgiving. And now Ortega getting back into the ring as the referee counts to 8. Don't know if that's a smart move there, as of course this being a championship match, the title can't change hands on a countout. But King manages to get back into the ring, and now both men trading blows. And once again, oh, Union King sent over the top, and he landed right onto those steel steps yet again. Ricky Ortega absorbing the energy from this crowd, and Ortega now in uncharted territory, but this time the high-risk maneuver doesn't pay off. And Union King makes him pay dearly. Neckbreaker variation right off the edge of King's patella, and then follows up with a half Nelson suplex. The back of Ortega's neck landing very gingerly on that hard mat outside of the ring. And now, Union King, once again, almost sadistic in his nature here. And here we go. Those limb holds, those combinations, and that small limb manipulation. And then follows up with double knees right to the spine of Ricky Ortega. Just so much punishment administered at once. And speaking of punishment here, one of King's signatures, the Regal Plex, shades of the legendary William Regal. But the champ is not done. Series of clotheslines and a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker to follow things up. And Union King now to the second turnbuckle. Turns around and drops that back elbow. The point of King's elbow diving, plunging into the chest of the challenger. And King once again with the arm wrench, just continuing to apply pressure on his opponent as he goes for another cover. But again, only a 2 count. Right now, Union King is just laying on the insurance. Big move after big move. Another hammer throw. And another hammer throw. And now King. Dragon suplex on Ortega. And this is classic Union King here, as he goes for another cover. He might not be getting the pinfall, but every time that Ricky Ortega has to get the shoulder up or kick out of one of those pinning predicaments, he is expending energy. And that is very much to the advantage of the champion. And now, King with Ortega prone, and oh God. No, wait a second. What is he doing here? Oh! Front double drop kick right to the temple of Ricky Ortega. As King takes a bow, this might be the end right here. And no, it's not. Wow. That move was for sure supposed to be a death blow for Union King. And he can't believe the fact that Ortega kicked out of it. But King, living in the present, delivers that knee trembler. And that could spell the end of the future for the chances of Ricky Ortega becoming the national champion. Double underhooks, and King delivers the Crown Royale. And now King dragging the carcass of Ricky Ortega to the center of the ring. And now a little showboating here. But Ortega pops back to his feet. Are you serious? Way to no-sell Ricky Ortega. No one has ever gotten up from a pinfall following the Crown Royale. Technically, Union King didn't pin him. He took his time waiting. And now, Ricky Ortega will look to capitalize on the lapse of judgment by the national champion as he delivers the Argentine. And this could spell the beginning of the end of the reign of Union King, as Ortega sets up a new weapon in the arsenal. He calls the Rick Rocker. And Ortega with the pin, but only a count of 2. And wait a second. Ladies and gentlemen, our camera's backstage getting a glimpse of Prince Hamid Aziz as he looks on at this match. For those of you who haven't kept score, Hamid Aziz got himself directly involved in Union King's last championship match against Xander Xavier Luther. He interfered and gave King the opportunity to retain that championship at the XWA Ambition pay-per-view events. And no doubt, Aziz will be looking for his cue to possibly hand off another assist to his brethren in World's Finest, but that might not be necessary. Union King applying a triangle hold here, torquing at the arm, the shoulders, and applying pressure to the neck of Ricky Ortega. This hold just does so much damage to so many different parts of the body. But look at Ortega with one arm. Manages to fight his way out of the hold, but certainly feeling the effects. But wait a second, out of nowhere, Ortega with sheer force of will, displaying some more of that power off that suplex toss. And follows up with a classic splash right off the second turnbuckle. And now the challenger showing off the moves, dropping the leg. He calls that Miami Spice. Yeah, he's really interested with those names. Only a count of 2, however. The champion still with plenty of fight left in him, it would seem. And King quickly countering a back body drop. And now Ricky Ortega is the one who is reeling. And Union King, another signature move Regal cutter. And King hooks the leg yet again. 1, 2, and no. Yet another near fall for Union King. Just unable to put Ricky Ortega away. Now what's King gonna do here? Hoisting Ortega up into a power bomb. But no, wait a second. He converts it into a modified Boston Crab. And you can see the positioning here. The entire weight of Union King's body bearing down on the lower back and spine of Ricky Ortega. That is a very uncomfortable position to be in. And yet, somehow, some way, Ricky Ortega escapes the clutches of another Union King submission hold. The intestinal fortitude of a champion is off the charts. But you can only go off of heart and determination but so much. Eventually, the body is going to give in. And with as much punishment as Union King has administered, you've got to wonder to yourself just how much left is in the tank of the challenger. King gloating over Ortega's carcass, and wait a second, our cameras are backstage once again, and Xander, Xavier, and Luther, Double XL has just infiltrated this private office that Hamid Aziz was watching this championship match in. Certainly no love lost between these two men, as I explained the circumstances of their last interaction earlier on. And it would appear that Double XL wants no part of Hamid possibly interfering in this championship match. Aziz with a right hand and another, rights and lefts, but kick right to the gut. Cut off at the pass by Double XL. He is just incensed right now. And Luther with a military press slam. That is solid flooring right there. Probably a little carpeting, but I don't know how much that's going to soften up anything that this man plans on doing to the Prince. And over onto that executive table, and oh God, no. Are you serious? Double XL power bombing Aziz's spine across the edge of that desk. And the damage has been done. I don't think Ricky Ortega has to worry about any outside interference whatsoever, as we're back at ringside. However, Ortega still does need to worry about, wait a second, Ortega back to his feet again. A second wind. Well, technically a third wind by the challenger, bouncing back up to his feet. And another military press slam. Union King is reeling. I think he was expecting for Aziz to come out here and give a little tactical assistance, but instead, in the blink of an eye, he is at the mercy of Ricky Ortega. And Ortega drops the Miami Spice for the second time in this match. And he's going for the big move here. Setting up the Rick Rocker for the second time. And now what's Ortega got planned? Big finish coming up here. Hoisting King onto his shoulders. And Ortega delivers the Rick Roll. This could be it. He hooks the leg, center of the ring. 1, 2. And we have a new XWA National Champion. As we take a look at the replay, Ricky Ortega has just scored the single biggest victory of his career here tonight, and his first championship reign. But it did not come without a fight. At many different points, Union King was just on his game. But I stand corrected when I said that you can only go by heart but so much. Because in the end, Ricky Ortega showed tremendous heart, tremendous determination, and dexterity to withstand everything that King threw at him. And in the end, Ricky Ortega is your new XWA National Champion. What a way to kick off 2019 here in the Extraordinary Wrestling Association. And things are only going to get bigger and better from here, folks. Congratulations to the new champion.